Go Beaver! Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and we're here for some more of our Lockdown Throwdown, the second cup. We're going to be watching our round 2 game here, which is going to be Ascent versus the Frenchies.
It's good, man. It's nice and early here, 8 a.m. And what better way to start my morning than with a little TF2 action? It's been a while since I've been able to say that. It's great. This is actually European teams, European servers. You solve Tiger's biggest issue, which is sleeping through North American matches when he tried to play North America. So
yeah, that lasted about a week. I think it did about a week.
Like, he has no detriment now too. He is unhinged.
Oh, unhinged, you say? They're not going to waste any time at all. We don't even have time to go through things. This is going to be moving straight into this game here. Ascent versus the Frenchies in our second round of Lockdown Throwdown 2, sponsored by there's Manco Trading and Critscast. Phoenix Red doing our production. Gonna be going into this first mid here. Dreamboat, take it away. What are you seeing?
We got some stickies flying out. Just a little bit of going around. And oh, there's the big bomb over the top. Captain getting right in there, but he gets absolutely mulched, annihilated, and he's gone. And there is Domo down 2. This is a good start for the mid. Not the start Ascent's looking for. His seeds has fallen. They still haven't gotten onto Patchouli yet. They have 3 kills coming back the other way. There's a scout here. It's classy. Will he be able to pull anything off? No, he gets annihilated by Nevo with a nice 3k on the mid. Tiger gonna be running away, turning his tail. He's scared. He doesn't want none.
No, very reasonable decision to make there. Good, solid mid there. Obviously, we are on Reckoner. A little bit of a weird map still for a lot of teams, and it looked like Ascent couldn't quite get into a comfortable groove. So this is side of the Frenchies taking control of not only mid, but getting themselves a huge Uber advantage. Obviously, the dream here, if you're Patchouli, is to try and get through to second, weather the storm of the spam, and get all the way to second point without using, and then maintain that Uber advantage to last. But it looks like, quite impressively, Ascent just aren't really moving, and the Frenchies don't feel comfortable in terms of moving forward. Caesar's already on 75%.
They've got the fake coming through as well, faking the Uber. See if that gets bitten. It shouldn't, but they are just going to be walking in here, and they just bully them out. Half this fall, though, that's not quite what you want. You have a couple players on the point, and they're submarining underneath here, trying to come through the staircase. However, there's players out here on this point. The Ubers aren't exchanged yet. Seeds is up on full Uber, and now the exchange comes down as Raph has fallen. He's the only one dead so far, and that's going to have the Frenchies turning their back to run. Oh, but their demo is in so much trouble, and he does get picked off by Captain. Of course, Captain finds the kill. Of course he does. And now this should open a window for Ascent to come through. No demo, no traps. It's a little bit easier to walk through. It seems like they want to do it dry.
Yeah, looks like they will be doing that, moving all the way towards lobby, taking some decent damage from Raph, actually. But on the side of the Frenchies, they're also getting pretty weak, so it's going to be all about the cleanup, and the cleanup is in the form of Ascent right now. 1, 2, 3 frags, and they're on the chase as well. They do manage to somehow combine to pick up, what, 3 again? How did that possibly go so well? And then that's it. The Frenchies not only weathered the storm, they kind of pound them into dirt. They did lose Patchouli. Oh my god, the air shot from Captain, he takes out Dwo. Okay, thank god it doesn't really matter. This is going to be slight Uber advantage for the side of Ascent, but I don't think anyone's going to be pushing anywhere just yet. Ascent will maintain control of a second, and we will just find ourselves just a second to relax.
Well, with the casual FML after being air shot, I relate to that very much.
Sometimes that happens, you know.
He's just like, come on, man. He's just wanting to spawn. He wants to walk out. He stared at the respawn timer for too long. He's not happy with it, and oh, guess what? He had to stare at it again. It's the worst feeling.
Oh, is this a dot push? We are seeing Ascent go all the way through. Domo going so deep, hitting that one crucial part. Patchouli on 99% just about getting Uber. They lose Delhi in that fight, though. Domo's going down, so is a trade every which way. Patchouli's Uber is still active, and they're doing some decent damage, but they've not converted any frags just yet. This is going to be on Ascent to see if they can try and continue moving forward, and somehow, not only have they not lost any players, they've got all the height advantage, all the positioning is theirs. Taking down Raph means that they have this player advantage as well, and Dwo doesn't look like he's too long for this world. They're pretty bunched up. It's going to be all about securing these frags, but just as I feel like it's Ascent's way to go, the French are taking it down and down again. Nevo on an 8k already. Dude, he's He's kind of feeling himself.
There's a few times, too, where I've looked at Nevo and I'm like, he's a dead man. And then he doesn't die and he kills 2 people. And it just doesn't make sense. He is defying logic as a scout right now. There are so many situations I'm like, did he really just do that? He really just did that. Okay. We'll see if he can do that on this last push. It looks like they're getting ready to go. It is even Uber, so they need to find a way to force this out. Gun is starting to go up. Just poking and prodding right now. Just getting information. Trying to see what they can find. See where they can, see if they can spam down that gun. There's a little bit of spam trying to come in there. Not able to do so. Gun gets moved.
The thing is, right, whenever I look at Reckoner and I see a demo man in lobby, my immediate assumption is they're going to do the dream hack sack, right? They're going to shoot, they're going to go some stickies, go all the way through main, land on the medic, and then hit some nutty air shot. And you see, you know, back in the day, it was always Raptor that would get air shot. Unfortunately, he's not in this game, so I feel like, I don't know, like, Seeds is going to have to be just like a worthy replacement if Delhi does feel brave enough. And in fairness, it's very, very realistic to go for that kind of play, considering there's only really a couple doorways you can push out of last from, and soldiers can kind of hold them pretty well. So, you know, there is this opportunity if Delhi wants to, but instead, we're going to see some peeking and prodding from a Tiger sniper. Not quite connecting headshots, though, so, you know, they're happy. Just peek and prod and feel each other out a little bit.
Yeah, he's looking at a sightline where there's not really much obliging him with that peek. Might be able to find a head, but really nothing quite yet. As the bomb comes through, Soldier gets in there. He jumped the gun. He got annihilated. They did get the dispenser, so we'll see if they capitalize off the big fat dispenser pick. Probably
no,
not.
It actually looks like they're just going to stand on second. Bafflingly. So
hey,
fair enough, right?
That's capitalizing. You're not losing players. And if you're not losing players, you're winning.
Okay, I feel like Captain wants to go for a little bit more. He's going to be jumping so clean all the way towards point. So much damage. And yeah, Patchouli uses that every day of the week. He actually would have died to full damage as well, even without the air shot, which you know would have hit. So Captain, easiest force of his life. Like, no idea how the Frenchies weren't looking at lower. Like, I don't know. Guess they just not quite sure how to hold things. Massive Uber disadvantage. Captain is going to be spawning now, and Ascent, they're going to want to try and get through things nice and clean, as per usual. If they can get through for free, it'll be great, but if they find themselves with an enemy medic nice and close, maybe they just go in deep, as we see Domo straight from lower. Uber's going to get used, and not going to get much wrapped. Does seem in the back lines. He's going to get taken down, so... Oh my god, Frenchies, what are you doing next? Start trying to walk in a bit as well? What did Nevo just send?
I think they wanted to walk back in because they had decent ad at that point and were willing to take the dry fight, and then Nevo just got annihilated. That's the only thing I can even try and argue that was their attempt, but they really should just concede mid here, and that's exactly what they're doing, backing away. They have to give it up. Ascent, they are going to be able to pick it up with ease. Captain is very caught. He kills Raph.
How does he get that trade, dude? How does he get that trade? Uber is now on the side of Patchouli. Their player down a piece, so they can look to try and go forward. Ascent getting this cap on mid means that their forward spawns are going to be pretty nice. And they're about to get their own Uber. Happy's going to go down, but Seeds is just about getting his own Uber now, so it looks like they can trade. Because if they want Tiger, does go down. Seeds is milking it like a farmer, and they got no damage on him. What?
See, he thinks he's untouchable. And apparently he is just untouchable. I don't know. His movement, like, he did that thing where at one point he just stood still and then he went back to strafing, and then as a scout that was not particularly good, that baffles me, man. When they do that, you just can't hit him. He did the strat. You stand still and he's unhittable.
It's a classic no dodge, you know? It's a banger. Now, Ascent, they're looking pretty hot. With that Uber advantage, they managed to get all the way through onto mid. They're already getting that cap, and they want to take second as well. They can take second for free. That's so much value off that one Uber. And you can see where the hills of the Frenchies are. Like, they're basically already on last. Duo going down towards lobby, just not quite ready with the rest of his team. Does look like Ascent may want to continue, but they're going to have to be aware that Patchouli's about to get his Uber. So instead, perhaps they just go for a sack as well. Captain gets... Oh, the Banny bind! Somehow saves Patchouli. That is crispy timing.
Still gets wrapped though. Like, that's the thing. They still convert the kill. They still get something. They scare him away and they kill someone by the shutter, I think, is where that was. So, just baffling. Tiger does get the gun down, so it's going to try and go back up. Although it's being pistoled. Pistoled and prodded. It's the worst feeling. It's like, I just want to get this up, stop hurt. They've got a scout very deep in here. Tiger, he actually kills Duo. Is he going to get another soldier here too? Oh, Raph does find that kill. Would have been terrifying if he was able to get both. The gun is down again. There's Karnax just like tries to put another one up. It gets taken out immediately. He is not having a fun time building things.
This is so scrappy. Everyone's just going in. There's players from every which side, and Classy's just standing facing straight in front. The Stickies basically just got removed entirely. But you see an Uber coming out on the side of Seeds. Now Patchouli will get forced. A 40% better Uber, so they can look to possibly chase towards Lobby as well. Seeds getting out is somehow the miracle that they need. And even with Classy going down, not going to matter too much. 2 players not ready to fight on the side of Ascent, but they're still in the spawn queue, so holding second seems to be optimistic. Speaking of optimistic, Tiger just kind of walks in, so yeah, Ascent, they're not going to hold this, you know? I appreciate their enthusiasm, but it ain't happening just yet. And I just want to mention, considering Ascent will be one of our top seeds, 10 minutes in, it is still 0-0, and this is looking really close.
Oh, Deli going down. Classy getting a nice kill there. There's a soldier in deep. We'll find Dole will go down. Karnax got the kill onto Pappy at least, but that's all he's really going to be able to find. Down 2 players, down a demo. No chance of them going back into mid, so now they're going to be on their tails here as these players are starting to walk in. Ascent, they want to do it. They want to walk straight through. They have a player on point already. That's Classy. Now they're pinching in from the other side, and they find Patchouli with a nice kill, and Neva going down. Tiger with a beautiful kill there. Raph is sky high, and he is so dead. So dead.
So, yeah, his time on his Earth was ended just then. And these 2 crispy directs from Captain it's basically just like crack this round wide open. It's going to be full Uber advantage. Raph just only spawning. Patchouli gets a second or 2 to buff some of his players. But this is just going to be Ascent walking all the way in. Gun's already gone down. The rest of the players going to be moving towards this point side. Already getting a lot of Captain. I mean, there's so much damage being done by these players. They're not quite securing the frags. It's actually possibly a hold for the Frenchies? What?
They kill everything. That's a
Why
one.
not? That's nuts! How do they possibly hold that?
I honestly have no idea. I'm baffled. Like, I was going to comment, like, and that's just another feels bad man for Karnax as his gun goes down immediately, but it works. I guess sack the gun, hold the point. It shouldn't work like that, not when it goes down that quickly. That's insane. Captain E is going to be forced away. They're going to be able to take mid here at some point when they realize that they need to cap. There they go. They figured it out. They got on the point. Now they're actually walking into second, even leaving a scout on mid. See, can they get through? They're pushing off with the Uber. Just gonna scare people away. We'll find Captain. So there's at least a kill for that Uber. That's not quite the investment you're hoping for.
That is
Never mind.
That is
And
pretty
Tiger.
tragic. Yeah. So I think Tiger was still in forward something, but like losing Domo in that lobby makes this so difficult, right? Like there's no sticks towards point. Deli can just start sticking. His scout can get straight onto it, and there's no one from the side of the set he can really get there at all. Yeah, even the Seeds using his Uber, he just didn't get it in time. Like that is, it's just feeding 3 players. But I really feel like losing the demo is like just so bad in that situation. Great play from Deli to pick him off though. So fundamental. So this is going to be Frenchie's leading here 1-0 so far on this game of record. There's 17 minutes left on the clock, so it ain't all over. There's still a lot of time for Ascent to get themselves active, but have to be off the back of possibly another banger mid.
Captain going way up top, right onto Deli. Health is so poor. And Ascent should be losing players, but actually keeping this fairly level. Oh, Patchouli gets out on 7 HP. He might have even gotten a tick there that I didn't quite catch, so he may have gotten down as low as 4. They're going to lose mid, sure, but they killed Seeds. They kept Patchouli alive. That is absolutely massive. They'll be able to hold second, and they may even walk into mid. They should walk into mid here as soon as they have a couple more players up.
Yeah, this is it. So on the side of the Frenchies, you know, they've got a big advantage. They lost the mid fight, which means step 1 of the plan is they're going to start walking towards mid. They can take it for free. Great. They can get some picks, even better. But they've got to be aware there's situations where you try and milk so much that you end up losing players, and that would be a bit of a disaster. Oh!
Case in point.
Speaking of which, Domo?
That's one player to lose. Patchouli with that full Uber. That's a big fat +2. Can you get one of those in the chat for me, por favor?
Well, that's disappointing if you're French right now. Unfortunately, Yeah, Doma's just got nutty pipes, and it's just going to be Ascent walking straight on in. Obviously, the important bit right now is that even without Seeds having Uber, they have this constant heals, so they can play it nice and steady. They're not quite committing through these doorways just yet. We do see Flo getting nice and deep. Somehow, these players are weathering the storm, and Seeds is getting his own Uber now, and they're picking up some players as well. Keep control of mid that whole time is also really important, because that means they can be so much more active. They can be so much more aggressive now. Uber's going to get used. We have French players just in just the weirdest positions right now. Deli, he's gonna die in lobby. He was in like the other lobby at one point as well. I'm not quite sure what that's about. And now we find ourselves in the exact opposite of where we were a second ago. Raft's on the back line. There's no sticks towards last. Tiger's just hitting 2 shots. And this is surely a sense opportunity to cap around.
Almost dead though. That's a free pick right there. There's a soldier still in. Tiger might actually get picked off here too. And Evo, oh, he's gonna be saved by the heavy. And now they're going to be able to captain. They keep their med alive. Yes, they drop 3. Doesn't matter. They have Uber ad. That is going to allow them to hang on for the time being here, eepily. Have a lifeline. And I don't know how they do it, because it feels like every single time I'm like, yeah, they're done. This is it. They have a lifeline. See, though, if Pappy can finally cut the cord on it. He's going to be jumping. No, he just tries to escape.
Oh.
What? What? Domo with the pipe bomb. Patchouli gets another drop. That's a big fat +2 times 2. What's going on?
That don't even make no sense. How is Domo hitting all of these pipes? Okay, right. They have to. I'm saying it's impossible for Ascent to fail this push unless Neva goes nuclear, and you can't when they're Ubered because you do 0 damage. Okay, right. It took like 2 ridiculous pipe drops from Domo, but Ascent managed to secure themselves. They're round. They're back in the game. It is equal. But my God, what a weird situation for it to happen. The Frenchies must be so upset right now, right? Because they gotta just be thinking, guys, what if we just didn't have that happen though? Wouldn't that have been nice? Wouldn't that have been sick?
Tilt factor might settle in. It's a little bit early for the tilt to settle in, but very well could be starting to, because when you get annihilated by a demo, it hurts. It sucks. Come on, guys, kill the demo, please. And speaking of killing the demo, some players are trying to do so, but Demo is very healthy still. Duel gets annihilated, and the Frenchies should be leaving this mid. Will they all leave with their lives? Looks like it, so nothing too bad. There's a soldier in, that's Captain. He gets cleaned up relatively easily. Doesn't do too much with it. Now we might see them reaggress. They're poking, they're prodding, they're coming out through lower. They are going to be able to take this engagement. Might be in a bit of trouble, and Classy gets crushed by the type of deli, and now everybody's falling. Seeds is down. That is huge. They get him, I believe, right before that Uber was up. Not entirely sure what percentage it was at, but getting higher.
Deli actually did so much damage in that engagement. That was like straight up, like he's the reason they won that. Like that was so fat. He just took his schlong and he just went like everywhere, all over the Ascent players. And Seeds isn't even up yet. So not only do the Frenchies get second for free with that massive Uber advantage, Seeds is just only up, so they have so much time to play with. Like they can sit there, they can like buff everyone up, they can get the like best possible last push they want. They'll remember to cap second, and then they'll be looking to get something nice and good going on here. Because if they can get themselves that second round, once again, they'll be in the driver's seat, you know?
Le Bus is Le Park, though. There's Heavy and the level 3 cut up. This is going to be awkward. Deli gets crushed by Domo, and this is all falling apart. This is looking absolutely horrid. They are going to fall. This is absolutely terrible. This is a nightmare push. They don't scope out what's there, and they walk into the blender. At least they're going to be able to keep their medal out. That's Patchouli getting out, but they can even lose Raft late. That was... had so much potential to being absolutely horrid.
I'm gonna say a statement, right? When you get Ubered, you'll get a flash for a period of time where you're invulnerable. When that goes off, if you're standing on 5 stickies and there's a soldier shooting you, you'll die, right? Take note of this for later in cheese. We do see Ascent's own Uber coming out to be taken down Duo nice and easily, but ultimately most of that was on their own side of mid, so they should be securing the midpoint, and we'll be getting ready for this little kind of a leapfrog attempt by the Frenchies, who have to be getting their own Uber in just a couple seconds.
Nice force there by Duo. That's huge. Now, can they walk in and make it work, eepily? I'm concerned, but we've seen miracle pushes for them into mid. This is where things have generally worked out. They force early. We're going to find a couple kills there. Happy down, Tiger down.
Okay, I can see the logic. I think the Frenchies are thinking right now they're getting pressured so much by these Ascent players. So if you can use early and get a couple frags, that's not too bad. Domo once again, the scary position looks like he's going to be going down. Still manages to trade, but ultimately in this situation, when you're towards your own last, a demo for a soldier is not a good trade on the side of the demo man. Uber is getting used. They're going all the way to Chateau. Classy. So close to dying, and then Pappy going down. Like, Ascent so aggressive, but they're not really getting what they want and what they need out of these pushes.
Flank Whoa gets the kill on Classy too. And he gets captain. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
This is looking so good for the side of the Frenchies. They're going to be taking that. Look at these directs. What is Dwight? He's nuts. Uber's up, and they're basically on spawn. This is going to be the easiest push of their life, and this time, Pachuli's not going down yet. This is 1, 2, 3, and another, and very easy for the Frenchies. 2-1 now. 10 minutes left on the clock, and Ascent being put through their paces. They are not looking comfortable.
This was definitely not the showing I was expecting coming into this match. I'm quite impressed. This is, yeah, there's some kinks to work out for the Frenchies. It's not a perfect game by any means so far, but the fact that you're sitting in a situation where you're up 2-1 on Ascent, you're doing something right. Or, I mean, Ascent's doing something very wrong. Could be both. But really, this mid-fight's coming down. This is going to be so key. Ascent need to bounce back. They need to find these kills. They're looking for anything. It's a little bit different of a mid as, oh, Deli gets rolled. Does fall. But that was amazing.
I just watched I don't know. He just had a soldier land on him, and then he just went straight into the dirt. That's fine. Okay. Dirt dimension for him. Patchouli is desperately trying to escape with his little scout Nevo, getting the pack along the way. So they'll be all the way towards this left-hand spawn, and the rest of Ascent, they're not looking to do anything too crazy just yet. They're perfectly content to get mid, be set up on second, and to play for a bit of a stalemate. Because obviously, yeah, they could have, like, I don't know, fed 2 or 3 people in to try and get onto the medic, and then, maybe get the force, maybe not. But this is just a lot more comfortable as a situation for them, right? Like, I think they realize that they're rushing a lot, and they really don't need to.
Now, will they break it? Will they break the hold? Karnax, he's moved the gun to a different spot, thinking maybe he can keep it up. That's very naive of him, as the gun gets taken down immediately. He is having a rough time as an engineer right now.
I think he's cursed.
He might be. He's got the level 1 up, though. It's lived for a lot longer. His Tiger has died. Captain down 2. They've now fed 3 as Pappy gets caught. Well, we'll see. Do they push out? Nevo's still on Sniper. So they are just throwing a soldier forward. Now they're starting to regroup, starting to get their players up. Nevo is actually committing to Sniper still. He's still on it as Uber gets forced out.
That respect pop. And Duo gets out as well? Duo! Like, that whole situation, like, it wasn't super, like, hit nutty air shots, but that is really, really solid play from Duo. Like, that's actually so fundamental. Getting that force, keeping himself alive, and making all that space for his team. Like, that's massive shout out to Duo. And as previously discussed, they have got this big old Uber advantage. They're trying to be a little bit brave, boys, and try and take this for free. Some decent damage already be towards Patchouli. 14 health. And he is going to be using his Uber now. You take down both soldiers on the side of Ascent, and once again, please tell me Domo isn't caught out. Okay, he just hits 2 punches and he wins. Okay. Whew! That was scary.
Just Domo things. Connecting pipes like a plumber. He's looked absolutely nuts, dude. I don't get it. He's made a couple questionable decisions. Arguably, or not very arguably, he lost his team around by dying. But he's made up for it. He got the 2 fat pipe drops, and he is, again, hitting big pipes all day, every day. As Raph and Karnax get cut down, there is still Duo. Oh, he's a dead man, inevitably. There he is.
Okay, this is some nice momentum on the side of Ascent. We've seen it happen against them a few times. Picking up one player after another, and after Ascent going to be getting some nice easy frags, and they're going to be getting themselves control a second. But ultimately, Patchouli has just got his Uber up now. So, same situation as we saw just a moment ago. Can they try and get something towards last? Because they kind of got to be aware of the timer. 6 minutes left on the clock. We need to see something, because obviously, even if they get this round, it'll just be equal. and they would like to win. I feel like, yeah, do you understand? They want to win, yeah. Winning's nice, isn't
I
it?
think so. I would imagine. Karnax, his gun is up. It's living for now. Oh, it's so close to being dead. There it is. Gun's down. Karnax, the Karnax Chronicles continue of dead guns. Duo's actually gonna be caught there too. Tiger with a nice opener. Captain does get traded out immediately. Gun back down again. Just Karnaxing. Gun down again. Third time to push. Tiger is in though. Uber's gonna be popped out. Oh, and they don't even get any kills off of this. Tiger is surely dead. Tiger is surely dead. Finally does get caught out. Now the Uber is coming right back through. The Ascent train's rolling in. And this should be nice and easy for them. It should. They're all grouped together though. If they eat a bunch of spam, this might be workable. They found a kill on the Classy.
There's no way Frenchies hold this. 0% chance the Frenchies hold this. 0% chance the Frenchies hold this. How have they not hit anything yet? Please, on the side of Ascent. Somehow Domo's still alive. And we just see Karnax dodging and ducking and diving. And he gets that one frag. Pappy's he's not got any ammo. Oh my god. Stop it!
The Frenchies hold.
For God's sake, Ascent. Just do a last push, man.
The brick wall of France. Captain's trying to go in. He's very well known that he's there. Not gonna work. He's just gonna sit in the lobby and should die. There he is. Finally dead. Duo with the kill. And the French rejection coming back up here, looking strong.
Yeah, right, I'm astounded. Uber's going to get used, but Seeds has his own and he's playing on point accordingly. Domo didn't get the memo. He's not getting involved in anything. He's going to be going down. So, this is players traded a couple which ways. Ascent still looking slightly better, having taken down Raph now, turning into a little bit of a scrappy fight. It does look like the Frenchies are going to want to back up a little bit. Delhi going down right at the tail end of this fight does mean the continuation is very, very possible on the side of Ascent, and the Frenchies are aware of this as well. They're going to be getting all the way towards last. They have no interest in getting caught in second, and it absolutely makes sense. The time is in their favor. They need to keep weathering this storm and make sure they don't get pushed by this momentum.
Karnax gun check. Gun is up. Has not died yet. I think this might be the longest life for the gun. Still alive as Pappy dies. Gun finally taken out. Just Karnaxing. Delhi actually going down there too. They do trade out for Domo though, so it works out. This is still working in the French rejection's favor. I'm just gonna call them that because they just reject every push in the last. It's their new name, the French rejection.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, the Frenchies are genuinely just incredible. Like, somehow, I don't know, like, they play this perfect level of, like, chill and a bit of focus fire and, you know, like, side aggression on some of these last pushes, but they just managed to keep on doing things. Uber's now going to get used on the side of Ascent. They're going to be going on in, going for a fat trade, but Patchouli have no interest in using for a good solid 4 seconds or so, so this is considerably better for them. Nice sticky from Delhi, but there's too many doorways on this map. And going for an off-Uber push would be pretty scary if you're on the front side, since so many things can go wrong here. It's going to be far more on the side of Ascent to try and make things happen. And they're already starting to move through main. The gun going down and Duo joining it. This is going to be the opportunity they need. Tiger's going down to a level 1 on point, so not quite sure what that is. And Nevo hit his headshot as well? Oh, this is kind of scary. Only 3 players up on the front side. 8 seconds before they get the spawners in. And with Nevo sniping, he's not really going to do anything, right? Yeah, no. There's absolutely no way. The spawners are going to be coming up in 1 second. Already the Ascent players are starting to play towards the point. They need to go in super quick. Why is he still on Sniper, man? Get up!
That is something that undeniably tilts me when, you know, when your teammate goes Sniper and he just doesn't swap. It's like, come on. Get the F off of Sniper. Get on Scout, please. They might have actually held that if he got on Scout. Like, that's...
Yeah, like, it's not impossible, like a heavy or something, but doesn't really matter. Last 28 minutes, possibly for nothing, as it may come down to this one last round and one last mid-fight. We do see both teams anything too aggressive just yet. A lot of damage has been dealt, and ultimately, Joy picking up Seeds is going to be super important. Captain does go in, equalizes the medic situation by picking up Patchouli. Now, we find ourselves with a 2-on-2 situation. Raph wants to try and engage towards the soldier. He does get airshot, 17 health. He's not going to continue on this at all. He gets cleaned up all on Nevo, the king of the last season, but Ascent picks up every frag they need. Now, this is that opportunity they need. 1 minute left on the clock. This is going to be Kritzkrieg. I knew it. I went to check it. This is going to be seeds on the Kritzkrieg. This might be everything they need. One Domo crits could be the entire map. Oh!
Domo also almost threw it away. He sticky jumped into mid off of his spawn, and he landed with fall damage with 3 HP. Like,
90%
can you imagine if that had that?
We're gonna see it. We can see this crit. Is this the one crit to possibly win this game? Domo's getting all his ammo ready. Gun's already gone down, which makes it a little bit easier to walk in all the way through. Right-hand side, crit has been used. Nevo instantly down. 90% on the side of Patchouli. The 6 is still moving forward, but ultimately, the damage isn't really there. Patchouli 99%, and he uses Uber immediately. He's taking no risks here. 2 players. It's all on Tiger right now, who has 4 men to go against, and it is not going to happen at all. This is going to be 9 seconds left, and this is going to be the end of this 30 minutes on a 2-2 scoreline. There will be no golden caps during groups, I have been informed, so instead this is just going to be a draw for our 2 teams here. So I believe they get, what is it, they should get a point apiece on the old rankings, and then get to move forward to the next game. Ooh, I'm being whispered some information into my ear for our next game, which should be Nerd Rage versus 6 in our round 3 of our invite tournament. That should be coming up fairly shortly. But before then, we're going to have to love you and leave you for just a couple minutes. We're going to take a quick old break, swap out some casters. I will be leaving, and I think our next combo will be... Dreamboat will be continuing, and we'll be getting Grumpy Koi in as well to replace me. So... thank you everyone for watching and paying attention. Like I said, we're going to go to a quick break, but we'll be back in just a couple minutes. So go get yourself a drink. We'll be right back.